So I'm a little bit late to the show, but we have a game between McMeghan and Lax for the GSC Invitational. This is round two, losers bracket. So each of these players have been sent and to the losers bracket by losing a set to another player, and I will. I'm actually going to start from the beginning because we're not too far off here. So we see a Smeargle versus Jinx lead. And McMeghan bringing the modern Smeargle set with spikes, but also reveals Spiderweb and Encore. And manages to get taken out, but also taking down Snorlax with it by using Destiny Bond. So really good. And Lax reveals Devious Lick, his Jinx, which unfortunately gets full parried by the Zapdos, and gets paralyzed and then full paras twice in a row. So things are not looking good for Lax because his team is now very weak to the likes of Gengar or Jinx, things like that. And McMeghan reveals a second Destiny Bond. I don't think I've ever seen double Destiny Bond before. That's actually pretty insane. Lax's team is super weak to Zapdos at this point. Not to mention that his Zapdos isn't even Sleep Talk, so it's looking like a death sentence here. Death to Destiny Bond. Maybe he'll sweep with 6 Destiny Bond users. That's pretty crazy, actually. This Cloyster looks like it could put in a lot of work here and do a lot of damage. So someone says her. Was someone misgendered? You may see in the chat that they're already seeing GG, but that's because I'm a little bit behind. The Snorlax manages to set up. I'm not sure what Lax is going for here, but there isn't really much that he can go for. He does get some damage on the Snorlax, but it's still out of a range of... It's just out of a range of a Thunder. And as if things couldn't get worse, that Zapdos is not even Thunder. It's T-Bolt, so it's not KOing the Lax. And their team is just going to succumb to Jinx. So, someone says misgender here. I apologize if I, in turn, may have misgendered. But Lax reveals a double electric team with Jolteon. McMeghan is going to deal a hell of a lot of damage with that Machamp, but in turn it takes a lot from the Jolteon here. The Jolteon can actually be quite annoying, especially with Lax put entirely to sleep. So we are a little bit behind, but as we wait for what I believe to be game 2, we're just going to continue to watch this game. And one of these, probably this Zapdos. Well, one of these is Hidden Power Water, but then again, if he kept spamming Thunderbolt, I'm not sure. But it looks as though the Jolteon is HP Ice, and now McMeghan can essentially just explode on Zapdos, and that's game 1, or game whichever. So McMeghan. So we see Electhor, the classic McMeghan. So this is game 2, as a matter of fact. So McMeghan has an advantage here, and he's facing a lead Eggy. So going for Stun Spore lead Eggy. So teams like these usually have 1 or 2, perhaps more Exploders, depending on what the sweeper is in the back. Usually, you should expect something between a Marowak, a Vaporeon, or a Machamp. There are a few exceptions. There could be some other sweepers in the back. It could be something like a Rhydon to expect. But given that there is a Tyranitar, I'd put my money on the fact that there's on Marowak being in the back. I don't know, just that's me. But yeah, there could be a Lovely Kiss Lax. There could be a lot going on here. McMeghan not even trying to contest this T-Tar and find out if it's Fire Blast. Not sure what he's thinking, but I don't agree with this. Just staying in with T-Tar like that. Losing a Spiker and a potential Boom and he brings in Snorlax. Even though it's EQ, it's not necessarily a good switch in here. And it looks as though another game is happening while we're talking. Another game between other two contenders. Yeah, that's probably why you got to be careful there, because some players have been known to use offensive sets with Dynamic Punch, dealing a lot of damage to Snorlax, as you saw. That's a 3-hit KO. But no, he gets another. Now the Zapdos is in range of a 2-hit KO. T-Tar is still dealing a lot, and we could have a look at this other game that's going on. It's between M-Dragon and Starmaster. But I think at the very least I'll just look at the games after. Let's stay concentrated here, folks. So McMeghan was looking like he was in a decent spot, but now he's kind of in trouble. And this Exeggutor is double status, so that's actually huge. Booms on the Snorlax. This Exeggutor put in so much work, it's not even funny. Now this Snorlax can pretty much sweep if it wants to. Since the Exeggutor was Sleep Powder, this is not going to be Lovely Kiss. It could be Mono Wax. And he's yet to reveal what's in the back there. But my money is still on the fact that it could be a Marowak. Marowak Speed Ties with Golem. Of course, if it were a Machamp, it would be even worse for McMeghan here. So it looks like things are getting pretty hectic. Grolem. Is that what it's called in French? If anyone French is watching, could you please comment and let me know if that's actually the French name of Golem? Just Golem with an R. And how do you say friend of Mr. Golem in French? Would it be l'ami de Monsieur Golem? Grolem. So this Umbreon is taking quite a lot of damage, and it's not Sleep Talk, so it took a Dynamic Punch. It woke up, but it also hit itself, so it's Moonlight, as you can see. There could be a mean look, so you got to be careful. But no, instead, McMeghan reveals to have Zap Cannon. Very... I didn't even know it had Zap Cannon. I didn't even know that Umbreon could learn Zap Cannon. That's how rare that move is. Okay, so Lax managing to take out yet another Pokemon. I mean, what do you guys think? You think that Lax still has it in them to win? I mean, their name is Lax, which is the epitome of GSC. And McMeghan reveals Hitmonlee as it subs on the Fortress Explosion, but is it really going to be able to sweep with what I believe is Endure and Reversal? I don't think so. In fact, if I were Lax, I'd probably just switch into Zapdos right on this turn here, but no. They didn't do that, so now this Hitmonlee is going to be very threatening, but not that threatening. It's going to KO Oko the Lax, obviously. But this Zapdos, oh, and Hitmonlee revealing Swagger, but yeah, it's not going to amount to much. Okay, so not sure if I can agree with that decision. But hey, we saw a Lax get O-Code. That's pretty cool, right? So they're 1-1, and they've broken even. The tiebreaker is nigh. So I'll get back to you guys when the game starts. So we're back, and This is the game 3. Wow. Oh my god. I didn't even have time to speak, and the Tyranitar just got an ancient power boost. Look at how little it takes from a super effective Surf. It could get another one right now. Oh my. What am I seeing? I don't have words for this. Dynamic Punch Snorlax? I don't think I've ever seen an Ancient Power boosted, Omni boosted T-Tar switch out of a Snorlax like that. What am I? Oh my god, this is insane. I do not have words. I'm not. I don't think this was meant to be commentated. Oh my. What am I seeing? Is this okay. I'm gonna try. So, Growth Jolteon Growth Jolteon heals about 40% to Lax and gets a paralysis on it, which is pretty good. And then McMeghan Dynamic Punch Body Slam Self-Destruct Lax. What is this? Does it even have coverage for Gengar? Or Skarm, for that matter? Okay. Offbeat double elect from Lax with Jolteon. Kind of like in Game 1. Right? But we see a Golem. Man, I never saw Omni Boost Ancient Power backfire so hard. How is McMeghan the one that's in trouble here? Well, he's not entirely in trouble, but they both bring Growth Jolteon. Which is pretty good because it's hard to phase, but there we see Belly Drum Lax, Growth Jolteon, Ancient Power T-Tar, Protect. Okay, that was actually really good. That was a great Protect there. That was really good. Way to catch the jump on him, on Lax there with the Protect. Epic gaming moment. Triple electric. Is the Zapdos paralyzed? It's paralyzed though. He's gonna go for another Protect. McMeghan, gain those lefties and avoid the 3-hit KO. Taking out the... and that's game. So McMeghan, everybody, moves on to round 3 and Lax is out of the tournament. That was a pretty insane set, if I do say so myself. Anyways, if you guys have enjoyed, like and subscribe. You know, the usual. What I keep asking. And stay tuned for future events, future games to be played in this series.